Good morning. It is 6:10 a.m. on Tuesday, September 20th, 2016. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. So, yesterday on Facebook, my friend JC Hutchins was posting about an upcoming LEGO Dimensions set for the TV show Knight Rider. And he was talking about how, he's tempted but will resist. But I was just excited because it's more Lego Dimensions stuff, and I'm buying almost all of the Lego Dimensions stuff. Like, there's more Lego Dimensions stuff coming next week. But I've got a whole bunch already. And part of that's just because I love the Lego Minifigs. And kind of inspired by, um, you know, he had also, I think he was specifically having it in mind because he had recently gotten a bunch of Star Wars Disney Infinity figures and kind of collected a set. And it made me think at some point I should dig out and try to present my collection of Lego minifigs. I've not got an exhaustive collection or anything. I don't want to even pretend to have put a lot of time and effort into it, other than to just say I really like Lego minifigs and I tend to buy a lot of them. But I've never kind of organized them or displayed them in any interesting way. And so it occurred to me yesterday that I should try to dig out as many of them as I can, and and maybe just at least take some pictures of all the ones that I've got kind of together. So let me first just show you the pile here. So as you can see, it's a lot of them. Now this pile in this plastic drawer right here represents the Lego Infinity figures that I've got. For example, here is a Cyberman from the Doctor Who Lego Dimensions set, and you can see it has the base that's what lets it work as part of the Lego Dimensions game. So I've got a whole bunch like that I've kind of just dumped in here for the purposes of just having them all together temporarily. Because otherwise I usually keep the Lego Dimensions ones separate just because it's easier to, play the video game with them. But I've got a whole bunch more in here too, and I just thought I would spend today's video showing some of them off. I've got a couple of sets that were just like sort of variety packs of miscellaneous things. I don't know what Lynn is barking about. Like we got, this little jester guy. Actually, she's got lipstick, so I think it's a jester girl. Got sort of a little princess lady who's got one of these little dress blocks rather than the standard legs. I got a mermaid and a merman here. Here's the man. I got the mermaid and a merman who have these fishtail pieces. I've got pretty much the whole set of the Guardians of the Galaxy characters, which actually required purchasing multiple sets. So I have, here's Star-Lord, and I actually have two versions of Star-Lord in here. Rocket. See, they're all. This was the mistake, is just mixing them all together like this. I'm not going to dig every single one of them out, but I do have the whole set there. Also, here's Groot, the Lego Groot. Oh my God, Lena, jeez. Got some piratey sorts of guys here, like this, including some pirate skeletons. I got the set of characters from the new Ghostbusters movie. Like this is Holtzman here. And then the Lego Dimensions already has an original Ghostbusters set that doesn't have all four guys, but here's Peter Venkman here. This focus is not ideal here for this purpose, but that's why I'm going to take fancier pictures. Oh No, jeez. Got a chef with a rolling pin here. I got. This is Vitruvius from the Lego Movie, and of note is he is the badass Vitruvius from the beginning before he has kind of fallen from grace. You know, he has not been blinded by Lord Business yet. He's in his actual formal robes instead of the bathrobe he wears later. This came with a special edition of the Blu-ray of the Lego Movie. Got Santa Claus. Here's the other Star-Lord. The difference being open jacket versus closed jacket. And, you know, they both have the helmet. Got a weird little alien guy here. And I have a whole set of custom figures that are based on Game of Thrones characters, but somehow in the intervening time I managed to have lost the Jon Snow one. I don't know why he wouldn't be with the rest of them, but you know, so I'm gonna maybe try to keep finding that. But all the rest were in a grocery bag tied off in like a storage bin, and that one was not there. So I can't help but wonder if I took that one out for some other purpose and didn't put him back. I don't know. It's been a while, but like Melisandre and Brienne here. Varys. Joffrey. I got a few more of those, and I'm not going to dig them all out individually here, just because that's what, you know, it would take way too long to go through all of these. Just kind of sorting through. But there's a lot of great LEGO Dimensions ones, too, which is kind of what spurred this whole thing, which is just that, you know, there's a lot of great ones, you know. So we got, you know, Batman. I showed you the Cyberman already. Trying to think some of my other favorite ones. Oh, here's the Doctor Who to go with that. Wicked Witch from Wizard of Oz. And Scooby-Doo. Okay, so I don't know how interesting this is. Oh, here's a favorite too, just because of being unique. Chell from the Portal games. I really like LEGO Minifigs, you guys. I don't have a good way, off the top of my head, of displaying them in an interesting way. Do you guys have any advice? I could just Google LEGO Minifig display cases. I'm sure there's a billion of them. I don't know. I like them, you guys. To the extent that I collect things at all, it would be these. So, anyway, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow for 5 more minutes.